the files that you mentioned,
yes,
other than having photographs and everything else in them, any chance in the future of a Sigma Force ephemera book?
I missed the Sigma Force.
A Sigma Force ephemera book?
Ephemera.
Basically a book of photographs related to the cases, books of, I mean, things that, basically those real life things that you
Right.
have.
I never thought about that, but that's not a bad idea. Because, I mean, I've got all that crap, might as well, you know, to make a buck off. Good idea, Jude. Do I owe you a royalty for that idea? Okay.
Oh yeah, you do.
Anybody else? Yes.
What was your your favorite one that you've written so far? I know. It's probably one of those questions.
I'm not signing your book now.
Oh, we sign my brothers? Sure. I know they're also.
I mean, every book, the glib answer is, it's my next book. You know, I'm always trying to write better, so I always think, you know, some books better than others. And I've got a lot of positive reviews. This is the best Rollins ever. It's like, really? I've read some really good books back there. But as a veterinarian, a lot of the animals, one that still is significantly is Amazonia. It's got a lot of, I don't know how many people read that. It's a mutagen gets loose in the jungle and mutates all these creatures, and to me that's always been the fun one, because it's, you know, as a veterinarian I get to do weird things with animals. And that's, for some reason, it's also the one that Hollywood always is. That book has never fallen out of option. It's always been option. And by optioning, Hollywood buys the rights for an X number of period of months or years or whatever. And then once that expires, they either have the option of renewing it or letting the rights return to me. And the times that the rights have returned to me, literally within about 2 weeks, I get a call. We want those rights. We heard that they dropped out. And so that book has never fallen out of option. It's been written. It's been probably 7 years ago. And so I don't know what they're waiting for or why they keep doing that. I don't know if they're waiting for the CGI to catch up so they can do the weird creatures. You know, one part I have across a poison dart frog with piranha and sort of mash them together. So if you're in the river being attacked by piranha, you try to run out, it can hop after you, and it's poisonous. So I don't know if they were just waiting for. To me, I would just like to see it made finally, just because of like the Burger King tie-in. You know, buy a Happy Meal, get a plushy piranha frog.
Oh, the merchandising possibilities are
Endless, I tell you.
they're huge. That's awesome.
Yes.
Question. What are your writing habits?
Bad.
Like, do you have a schedule, or do you just do it?
Relatively. I mean, my routine for the book is I spend about 90 days researching a new novel. And my researching also, I'm structuring the novel, because people have to do your own research. I do, because that's where a lot of the ideas come from my story. Is I might think I'm doing a story on this, but as I'm researching this, I'll end up at a tangent over here. That's the story I really want to write. But I have to research myself to get there, rather than assigning somebody to research it. So it's been 90 days, and I have found that I had to restrict myself to 90 days and I have to start typing on the 91st day, otherwise I will just keep researching, thinking I'm working, when by that point I'm really just playing. And so the 91st day I will start to write, and then things become a little more routine. I have a tendency to, back when I was working full-time as a veterinarian, I required that I had to write 3 double-spaced pages a day. So I usually do that at the break of time, during lunchtime, a little bit at night. I thought once I shed the clinic and shed that full-time job, I'm sure I'm going to become vastly more productive. It's now 5. That's some of the limit. So I have to write 5 double-spaced pages a day. And if I get that done fast, I can go to a matinee, goof off, go play Gears of War. Some days it's like pulling teeth, and I'm up at midnight going, oh, God, I can't finish this book. So it's not so much a time structure. I've got, because if I do time structure, then it's like I've got to sit here for 3 hours. Well, you know what I'm going to be doing? I'll be on the internet, I'm going to be checking Facebook, I'm going to be answering emails, and nothing's going to get written. So by having a set number of pages, that forces me to actually work. Weird concept. And so I get punished if I play, and I get rewarded if I work. So it's a carrot and a stick now. Yes?
Do you write like
A lot of questions.
linearly? I probably have a lot of questions.
Do I write linearly?
Or linearly?
Yes.
Like so you just start in the beginning and then...
Yes. I write all about Lower Lenny. It's very linear. Yes, I have to. And other authors, I don't understand how their mind works, where they can write here, and they can write here, and then they fill in here, and they go over here, and they write here. That's weird. Because I really need to know where the head of where my characters' heads are right before I write a scene, and if I don't know where they're going to be at this point. And I don't outline that great. I have a tendency to know where the story begins, where it ends. I know a few stopping points in between, but I don't generally know how A connects to B, connects to C, connects to D. I'd rather explore that when I'm writing. To me, that's the joy of writing, is the adventure of what's going to end up on my page. I used to have to write these 30-page outlines for novels that I'd sell to Harper, like Sandstorm. It was a 30-page single, and by 30-page I mean single space this time. So they wanted every storyline in great detail, what's happened to the character, every subplot had to be lined out. They wanted everything before they buy it. And so I turn them in, they buy it, and then I go back and I write an entirely different story. And turn that in, and my editor will go, "This is nothing like the story we paid you money for." And I go, "Well, do you like it?" "Yeah." "Then shut up." Because I can't structure. Once the story's that structure, I don't want to write it. It's like, oh, well, and I know what happens. I don't want to know what happens in all those details, so I have a tendency to leave a little bit. But I have to write A to B to C to D to E.
Yeah, because you jump around like in time and place like
It's
quite a bit.
still written right in a row.
Wow.